Hi, I'm Sophie Jefferies. I'm a first generation harness racing driver and I work part-time in the gallops as well. So I grew up riding horses. My mum grew up with horses, so that was kind of passed on to me and my sister and my brother while he was young. So I rode at Pony Club and competed, and so horses have just been my whole life really. I then moved into Brecon Farms working in the breeding, foals and the weanlings and doing yearling sales. So that was my first intro into standard breds. And then I still at that point didn't know much about harness racing itself. And then after COVID, I needed a job and obviously wanted to be around the horses. So a friend of mine said Kyle was looking for a stable hand. And that's kind of where it all began, and they threw me out in the sulky and I was terrified, but after doing it I just fell in love and it was a thrill and adrenaline. And then 4 years later here I am driving and I'd say partially helping train in a way. After working for Kyle for a couple years, I then worked for a man called Ross Painter who trains out of Cambridge as well. And he really helped me in my driving career and pushed me to be more confident and get out of my comfort zone and taught me the ropes. He predominantly had trotters, so those are what I learnt on, which I think benefited me a lot. So Ross actually put me on, we'd moved over to Victoria, me and Kyle, and I had a surprise 40th in the family, so I went back to New Zealand. And he'd actually put me on a horse called You Little Beauty as a surprise. I didn't even know. So I wound up driving her, and it was a rainy night in Cambridge and we managed to get the win, which was pretty awesome. My mum and dad were there, which made it all the more special because they, like me, don't know much about harness racing and have kind of delved into it through me and now have a bit of an obsession with it, which I find pretty cool. And so all around it was just a special night on top of being a first win, having family there and doing it for a trainer that taught me a lot and always pushed me, and I owe a lot to. Just made it really, really special.
Ahokara Achilles in front, You Little Beauty starting to extend. Ahokara Achilles, You Little Beauty on the outside for Sophie Jefferies. Here's one special winter's night in Cambridge. First winning drive for Sophie Jefferies and You Little Beauty.
Me and Kyle had talked about moving to Australia for a couple months and really thought about it for him as a trainer and as well as me as a driver and wanting to study. So we moved over in March of 2023, and as a driver it's really helped my career. The opportunities I've had over here have just been amazing. Getting to drive horses like Rosanna Rebel, who's a Derby horse, thanks to Terry Howard. That was just insane, and he was my first Australian win, so it couldn't have really been a better horse or a better fit to do it with.
But Rosanna Rebel's doing it well first up. Rosanna Rebel's going to do it on the bridle one. Rosanna Rebel back with the win. Rosanna Rebel 2 good, one up by 4 metres really well.
Day in the life for me, I'm working at a galloping stable, Busserton Racing, for Trent Busserton and Natalie Young. They're actually also Kiwis, but insanely successful. So I do that in the mornings, early get-ups, but I don't mind and it's something different. And then I obviously help out at our stable. So driving them, doing all the not so fun jobs, as well as venturing into the social media. I've kind of started doing that a lot more and I really enjoy it since moving over. It was a way for our Kiwi owners, it kind of started out for me to keep them updated on their horses, who are more pets to them than race horses as well. They love them as much as we do, as all our owners do of course, but they would usually come down every second day and see their horses. So with us moving and kind of taking their children away, that's how it all started. But now I just love it. I enjoy sitting there and quickly editing and getting cool videos and hopefully getting everyone involved and letting them enjoy it. In moving to Australia, since the age of 16, I've always been interested in horse therapy, so chiropractic work and massaging and red light therapy, the whole lot. So with the move over here, you can't study it in New Zealand sadly, so that was an extra push for me. So I've started studying it this year. I think I'm about 4 or 5 weeks in, which I really love, and I'm excited to smash it out, and in a couple years start my own business doing that and helping out race horses, show horses, any horses in need. I believe strongly in it, and I think they need pampering just like we do in athletes that we watch on TV. Some goals for me is definitely the main one is my studies. As I said, I've dreamed of doing it since I was 16, so to actually be learning and gaining knowledge on it, I really want to smash that out and start my own business and hopefully be successful in life with that. Driving also, I want to drive more winners, as we all do. I enjoy that. I have a love for it, and just want to keep getting opportunities and doing the best I can for trainers and owners involved.